Would you tell your person that you've archived?
No.
What if they find? Do you think you'd be offended if you found that your man has archived?
Okay, let me tell you. Archive, I'd be. Yeah, I take back my words. Even the other day, I looked at myself. I said, I don't look like someone who goes to the gym. I'm a bouncer. I'm like, Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Banter Over Brunch, episode 121. My name is Alexia Msau.
My name is Alice Kanji, and we're basically at 150 if you think about it.
At this point?
Yeah, if you girl math it. We are far, but yeah, thank you so much for clicking on this episode. Where do we begin?
First of all, if you've not watched last week's episode, this is your cue.
To
get on your Zoom, because we had the graceful, lovely Kate Candy.
I think she's so...
Yeah, she's very graceful.
Yeah.
that just came back, on the podcast, and we had an amazing conversation on content creation, especially the YouTube ropes. I feel like people may be thinking about getting into YouTube and really don't know how to go about it. So we were privileged to have her because she's been on YouTube for years.
A very long time.
Yes, and also, on the podcast, we love to touch on friendships. So we did touch on friendships as well as our parent relationships. So in general, it was a very wholesome episode.
It's a really good follow-up episode as well from Stephanie Nganga, like the ladies who've been gracing our podcast, from Joan Melly, Stephanie, Kate. It's just been such a pure blessing to have them on the platform and to engage with them, and just to also see how our audience is responding to were you responding
trying to save you.
Our audience is responding, and you guys are really enjoying the guest content that we are having on this platform. Brunch Bros, now is the time to shine. Send us your proposals of who you think should be a guest on this platform, because we can have so much female energy here, and we also want to cater to both our male and female audiences. So let us know in the comments or shoot us a DM if you think you would be a good fit for a guest on this platform.
Yeah, ni muhimu. Gender balance. 2/3.
Gender balance.
No, 2/3 women, then the third is men.
Period. That's right.
Yeah, so we just decided let's start the episode. Let's maybe catch up on how life's been.
Sorry guys, it's just the two of us today.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. But
back to the original. Yeah, so anyway, I have been good. I think I did mention last episode, Q4 is here with us. It's very much here with us. And yeah, I'm excited. I really like Q4 generally, or even the second half of the year.
I can't even believe we are even talking about the last 3 months of the year.
Imagine. So for me, I feel like I have just some renewed energy. I feel like I've talked about this on the podcast also. Like the first half of the year was busy. Then the quarter 3, I took time to now chill, but I feel like I over chilled. So now Q4, I'm like, even when Kate was saying brands work a lot, have budgets in Q4. So for content creators, it's like, okay, let's look for the berg, let's be on our Zoom.
Let's be on our Zoom. Because, the energy just naturally dies down as you get to the end of the year, even just work-wise or even corporate-wise. I mean, you still have that energy to finish strong, but it's when you notice a lot of people maybe taking leaves or, I'm taking this to graduation or vacation. So I think I've been feeling like it's around that season, and it's like hitting, if September, the best months. Yeah, that's when things start to go.
True. So for me also, I feel like when the year is ending, I like to end it because I know, as you said, things start to yes, guys are busy, but still like holiday mode starts to
Holiday
creep in,
mode,
you know.
yeah, that's the
And for
best
me,
way
I'm
to
like,
put it.
those 2 months, October, November, I really want to be on my Zoom as much as possible. So at December, when things are coming, I don't feel like, oh, but I have some tasks left undone. You know, you're not fully prepared to holiday. And also, I don't feel like I'm rushing when I'm getting back into January. I'm sort of unsettled, you know. So I just want to leave things looking good so that January I can hit the ground running. And that requires a lot of discipline, a lot of commitment. As you said right now, it's still party mood, it's birthdays, you know, you can now start missing gym, not eating well, not going to
Kwanza
work.
right now I'm heavily on my gym Zoom,
You're in your gym
guys.
Zoom.
Hey,
So we
we'll
need a
talk about
gym.
it
We
in
need
my
a gym
catch-up.
date.
Yeah. Have you been going to the gym consistently?
Yes, I'm on my Zoom. I think when you're paying for
Na hii
gym,
Zoom umeisema, hii
okay,
Zoom.
guys. Zoom has not sponsored this episode. I think gym. You have to make it work for you, I think. And I knew my way of making it work for me. I have to pay and I have to get a trainer and he has to be coming to me. So I have no excuse.
Not
and
to
I pay
show
him
up.
at the beginning of the month. So who is to blame if I don't show up? Him.
It's you.
Yeah,
No, I think the pinch is more when you're the one paying for a gym or a trainer, you will show up to
you
the
will
gym.
show up. But some people don't. Let me tell you,
Okay,
the thing with gym breaks, once you take you and say, after your person, I can't change my life. You stop feeling...
You start making excuses for yourself.
You've talked about
how,
3 months. You're like, I still have time. Maybe in the 3rd month, I'll work out every day to recover. This thing
you start
you always
convincing
tell yourself
like you're on the right. Okay, but I just need to give myself more grace. So
it's never that serious.
Yeah, that's serious. But mid-December I have a very heavy thing I'm preparing for, which is the festival. So I need my body to be A1 because this year I think I've had the biggest body dysmorphia I've ever had. I don't know if I know the meaning of that. Maybe I shouldn't say that if I don't know the meaning of it. But what I mean is I've been the most uncomfortable with my body this year. So I think I'm feeling almost back to my original self. Yeah, I feel like my body weight is now, it's settling to where I used to be, or at least at a place where I'm comfortable with. And I think it's also related with regards to me eating less than I used to. I think I also had a very unhealthy relationship with food. Like if I buy wafers, the wafers must end all of them in one sitting. And then on the same day, I've maybe eaten KFC. And then on the same day, I don't know, we've had drinks. So I feel I've really been trying to...
Just a few days. I think women will also
nimejenga huku. Ndio shida nafanya back alafu sasa najipata nimejenga kama sijui ndogo.
Mbona
So I'm just
the other day I looked at myself, I said, I don't look like someone who goes to the gym. Akona mabouncer. Mkono ilikuwa I'm like
so that sometimes happen, but anyway, happy with the progress. I mean, nimeanza gym, a new subscription. So
it's 3 months. So you see now.
So I need to push. I need to look like Beyonce.
We talked about food, and even me, I feel like with my journey with the gym, of course, if you want to see results, nutrition is key. Gym is 20%, what you eat is 80%. Because if you look at the calories you burn in the gym, you can get them back with one meal, one snack. Hizo calories zote zimerudi. So it's so sad.
It's so sad. Honestly, gym should just be a lifestyle, because if you keep denying yourself about you need to lose weight, I need to lose weight, like you won't even feel the goodness that gym has to offer. Like, yes, you need to lose weight, but I find it different when I'm going to the gym and I'm not bothered to see what the weighing scale says. I'm just working out to do my thing. It's going to help my mental health. I'm going to like how my body looks. And like I said, dieting is most important. So if you already have a bit of that in check and you just show up and you don't punish yourself for this thing, rather, I don't know. I just feel it's different when you're not putting extra pressure on yourself. Like you want to lose weight, but you don't have to obsess over it. Otherwise it becomes like negative.
So I think I just want to circle back to nutrition. Like I feel like that's something I was struggling with. I was like, okay, now I'm consistent in the gym, but I'm eating vibaya, and I sat down with myself and I was like, okay, and I was like, something that I want to focus on in this quarter is falling in love with healthy food. And I think the thing is, healthy, also when people talk healthy food, you think it's steamed carrots, boring food, so I was like, okay, let me start researching on nice recipes that I can experiment in the house, and things that I genuinely look forward to eating, so I don't feel like I'm punishing myself, but I actually feel like I'm taking care of my body, I'm nourishing my body, and I'm happy to eat the meal. It's not a sad meal. I'm not,
That's so true.
So
changing that as well is so important. Me, I think my problem ilikuwa relationship ikianza, but sasa tumeanza kusettle, which means body pia ina settle.
It's a real thing. It is a real thing.
I really heavily experienced it.
Yeah.
So both of us are on our Zoom in the gym.
But the thing with men, I find like they lose
quickly.
So
in
fast.
2 months, we won't even recognize who that person was.
Yeah, even 1 month. Me, nasemanga.
It's so unfair. Ladies, you start seeing noticeable results like month 6.
But I also realize men and women are very different. Like even when I'm in the gym, I'm there, I'm doing chest, what's it called? Dumbbells. Na struggle hapo na 7.5 kg max 10 kg. Yeah. Then Mbaba comes, sits, skinny dude, 22.5 kg.
Same thing. No, but it's, again, I think we win them when it comes to lower body. I feel, okay, in my gym experience, lower body, I really dominate. Like, I'm trying to get that bunda. Like Rona said, some bombastic, thing. So I think that's where when I was at the gym and, compare with a guy, completely different. But tukuju, ana push, ndo anakanga Johnny Bravo.
Wow, okay.
So.
Yeah, because I was looking at other guys like, Tasa.
Yeah, but if as a woman, if we do those heavy ones, that's when we start having muscular features. But some people say, oh, you won't get muscular features.
You don't do that. Even me already, I'm looking at myself.
Yeah. So anyway, we digress. Where were we?
When the gym, guys. When fitness. Right?
You were still recapping your life.
Yeah. So for me, it's just to settle, and I think mostly just I have a feeling next year is going to be a busy year. I don't know. I just sense it. I just feel it. So I'm like, okay, let me land softly. Let me set the foundations. Let me put the systems. Let me get my routine in check. Let me just double down. Let me write down the ideas, so that I just don't land.
Of like the year and compare and contrast, like a review, Q3 review.
Q3.
Yeah, like how your Q3 went in the past 3 months, how it's been. Did you? Because I guess we did an episode after the first half on what we're looking forward to. We wait until next year to do that one?
I think we wait until next year. I feel like I was just sleeping in Q3. That's what I was doing.
Just sleeping. I
was recovering from a very busy Q1, half one. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm excited. Birthday month, as I mentioned. Of course, turning a new age is always exciting, I guess, if we decide. I like challenges, so that's how I'll say exciting. I don't think I feel pressure like I've not achieved. In fact, I think I'm an overachiever.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if I've set low goals. No, but I think I'm a star, period. I'm a star.
In fact, and shine. Every day I'm blessed.
Mungu,
I'm highly favored.
Bariki wengine.
Mungu baba niwache. Bariki wengine.
No, Mungu siniache endelea. But yeah, I feel like for me, I take time for with birthdays. I think instead of looking at like what I've not achieved, because I can't change anything, I take that time to be grateful for what I've been able to achieve. Because I think what's the gap in the gain. When you look back, sometimes it can really shift your perspective. Because sometimes you can think like, I've not done anything. But you're like, oh wow, I've worked for 3 years. I've started this thing. I did this. I joined the gym. I've been, when you actually take time to soak in the things that you've done and the things that you're proud of, then I feel like for me, that's why I enjoy birthdays recently. I don't think it's been like that.
Throughout,
yeah. I think maybe the past 2 years, maybe 2-3 years. Of course, when you're young and in high school or just, there's not really much. So yeah, I think just maybe in my 20s, I've really taken that time to not, yeah. But of course, it's that usual sadness sometimes.
Obviously, you can't always be upwards. So I 100% get you.
I want to decorate for Christmas, guys. I've been saying this for so long, but this year, this year, I'm talking about Christmas pajamas,
friends.
Yeah, those are the things we need to be doing. Yeah.
Okay, now you want me to get into mine.
I'm ready. We have my.
Of course, I didn't think I've talked about my Kigali trip while you're here. So I went to Kigali to chase my dreams. I basically went to record a brand new season of my Tech Story Africa podcast, which is my tech podcast. Go and listen, go tune in, go subscribe, go support. I think it was a leap of faith because I think it was with the guys in this room still, which is our team. I think before I went, we were having a discussion of whether I should move out or, go for this trip. Everybody was at the school of thought that I should move out first and then save for the trip later. But I think the one person who thinks exactly like me sometimes is Gail. Because for her, it wasn't even a debate. It was like, what do you mean? Like, at least you will manage to do both. Go to Kigali. It will align and you'll be able to move out eventually. So I think in my heart, I really I knew this is something that I want to do. And with the help of convincing from my good friend Sharon Mashira, who is also It's Related, I Promise.
Which really aligned, I think.
Yeah. So I think we just had a discussion and she was mentioning how she's going to Kigali. And at that time I was still thinking of going, and she just told me, if you're there during this week, I'll be there to help you get guests. And so for me, it was like a time crunch. Within the next month, I need to be able to book enough guests. I need to be able to know how I'm going to produce this content, where I'm going to shoot in a whole different country, where am I going to stay. But I just knew I wanted to do it. So I think I learned a lot about myself throughout the entire experience. One is that I really needed to push myself to send out. People think proposal, one-liner. I feel like I had to, consult ChatGPT and tell people from a different country of this podcast with 10 episodes, which people barely know that I'm coming to feature your story. Give me your voice, give me a space. But eventually, somehow, it all worked out because I met a wonderful Kenyan lady who just opened the doors for Kigali for me, and I couldn't be more grateful because she really was my rock. And I just saw her in the internet. Anyway, I can ramble on and on, but Kigali was amazing. It was life-changing. I think I learned a lot about connections being the major thing, key to at least my success or the success of any of my marketing, even in my professional endeavors, because it's connections which carried me through. The connection with Sharon helped me go to the Giants of Africa Festival, which is happening in Kigali, and basically it was NBA players from around the world coming to Africa and train basketball players from all over Africa in 1 week, whatever, and just have like something. And it was a really, really major thing.
Yeah, it was.
Because a lot of, celebrities were in town. I got to see Davido live, Tiwa Savage, Tyler. I missed her performance because I was asleep, but I should have, she performed Make Me Sweat, Make Me Harder. I only missed nilikuwa kwa kitanda. But okay. I was just like, wow, we're there with Spotify. I was getting Spotify merch, meeting all these people. Like, I think for me it was so eye-opening because I got to interact with people from different African countries, which is what I loved to do. I wanted my tech story to be Pan-African, and I really I said Kigali has to be, even just for me to tell myself that this is a Pan-African movement. I ended up collaborating with Carnegie Mellon University Africa, which is a really big institution for master's education. And the content is gonna be class. The people I interviewed were amazing. North Ken, Kigali, which is a big tech hub in Africa, I think the biggest in East Africa. Going there, hearing people's stories, having people believe in my vision as much as I do. of course, being Kenyan there, sometimes it's like, when you see maybe a South African comes and you're like, oh, okay, they're doing better than us sometimes. Right now, arguable because the electricity situation and insecurity in South Africa. I digress. But, meeting someone from Uganda, stopping me, telling me, hi, I know you from your podcast. You inspire me so much. It's just like, what? That's crazy. You're in a different country. So it was just really good. And it was a solo trip, my first full self-funded solo trip. And I've never been more proud of myself. I do feel terrible sometimes because, the production, I was the only one doing it myself. So there are a lot of mistakes that I made. Maybe audio is not 100% or I've lost footage. So a part of me also feels like, did I really achieve what I wanted to go do if the content is not to the caliber that I expected it to? But I'm just letting go and letting God, and I'm just going to put out the content. My vision for MTS Africa has become really big in terms of even making it a business. So it's just been...
We are
moving and I'm moving towards the right direction, I think. And so I'm really happy I took the trip, and it was just taking a leap of faith. And I feel every major decision I've ever made with content creation is me thinking about doing something for a very long time and then saying fuck it and doing it. And it's always a risk, I think.
So I'm saying, I feel like we talked about this with Kate. People can really overplan. You can forever be in the planning stage all your life, and time is going. 2 years I've been planning to start this business. 2 years I have been planning to leave this relationship.
Exactly.
With no execution.
Plan. Sometimes you just say, okay, you know what? We're doing it.
And then you'll experience so much more.
So I just bought the tickets and crossed my fingers that people will come through with the guests. And amazing city.
No small feet. No small feet, so and I know even as you're saying, maybe quality wasn't as the way you would have wanted it to be, but I still feel like maybe that wasn't even the purpose of you going. Maybe God was like, oh, let me just show you that if you put your mind to something, people will align.
100%.
People will align.
And the connections I made were really truly, I don't think they were in vain. Just meeting the people from Carnegie, Norsken, meeting the people with Sharon that she introduced to me. The other day I met someone who, is receiving awards in Europe right here in Kenya. Nakumbe, we are meeting in the club. I'm about to send her a really nice proposal package. And it's because, you think connections, you're thinking it has to be something so big. It's just, hi, oh my gosh, what are you up to? Oh, I'm actually doing a similar thing. Would you be interested? And so, definitely excited for season 2 because I'm staying true. It's dropping hopefully by next week, but we should start our trailers and everything before we get into the season. So very excited. I'm featuring people from I think even 5 countries, Amazing. I'm just very excited and I'm grateful for that opportunity. So I came back broke though, extremely.
Kesi badai.
I really said kesi badai. But Kigali was amazing. Then my birthday happened, and for me, you were saying birthdays for you is just a moment of reflection of the amazing things you've done. I think birthdays for me, for the past 3 years especially, has been a moment for me to reflect on how much I'm loved, or to just be surrounded by people who fill me with love. And that's what I really just enjoy about birthdays. Anything to bring people together for me, I'm 100% on board. I'm a people's person. So whenever I'm trying to create a list of my birthday, I'm just seeing we're over 30, okay, how will I? And that for me is minimum, because I just love people and I love, having occasions that bring people together. So I already talked about this in the first episode. I did feel so much love and joy and the gifts, and it was just an amazing experience. So I think the past month has been really, really good for me and for my mental health. But I did, we've gone through tough times, but I think I'm in a better place right now. And I got someone else on board. I think our team members for BOB, I recruited all of them for MTS. So to grow, it makes sense. I'm now learning how to manage a team, especially as I move towards a business aspect of MTS, because it's going to be beyond the podcast. So now I'm just okay, this is technically a startup. If someone wants to, I need a business partner, how do I even distribute equity if we get to those conversations? how do I manage money now? You know, so I'm just like really...
Who, not how. Don't think about
I'm
how.
really
Who
just,
can help me manage
you
this
know,
money?
so I'm just really trying to try and see,
Ko
am I
training,
really
ko mambo mo,
going to
brother.
move into... It's feeling like I'm moving to entrepreneurship and I'm scared because I'm still...
It's meant to be scary. If it's not scary, it's not, then
It's
you're not
not-
growing.
then
You
I'm not
see,
growing,
yeah,
yeah.
but don't overthink it. I think each bridge you cross, you figure it out. Like you started with just 2 people, now you've added someone, then now
Yeah.
you'll add, you know, so
Yeah.
fine.
Anyway, wishing for the best. That's my
It
recap.
is well.
It's been a journey, but I'm happy. And let me know what you think of the season in case you do manage to watch it. And,
Yeah. Coming in October
period.
sometime. At announce. Follow MTS.
Follow MTS for more information. Period.
Anyway, so we wanted to talk about something light. I don't know if it's light. Yeah, it's a bit light.
It's a bit like hot.
we can be a bit deep on the podcast. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about ex-etiquette, which is just basically the unspoken rules of how you should move with someone once they transition to an ex.
So what's your first ex etiquette? So, and by the way, disclaimer for this episode, by ex, you mean even ex situationship. Maybe you had a thing for some time and it didn't work out, an actual ex. So it encompasses everybody.
So my first ex etiquette point is avoid at all costs public drama. As saying, like, life is already dramatic as it is. People already have their own tumanenos. So when you bring for us your breakup situation
online,
you're just
and what gives
entertaining
you
us?
that urge to do that? Like, you know, like me break up alafu sasa unapata ati yako podcast 3 anasema vitu za
And there are
relationship.
people moving like that.
Na hii kitu imetoka. I mean, we're talking about this because, you know, we've been
been
seeing some
there.
breakups that
Even celebrity
we know
breakup.
too much about each other on the
Me
internet.
kwanza, what I don't like, you come and start talking vibaya about this person that you've been with. See, that even makes me think less of you
Exactly.
than what you're trying. Like, I feel like it beats the purpose. There's this socialite and musician who are dating, and when they broke up, it became a whole thing. Julu bangs. Gee, what?
God.
Ring a bell?
Like, why do I feel like I'd be so embarrassed if my guy did that and we've ended things, especially if they know.
It's just messy.
It's just so messy. People do it all the time, and I don't know why they get the urge. And this is not the first time. We've been hearing hizo madramas do we say characters? But anyway, what wengine?
Then you come and tell us, oh, they were like this, they were like that. But I'm like, but you are with them. Even you know.
I hope for me, the issue is they also don't acknowledge their fault and the tone that they use to describe this person's habits that you didn't like.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, as you said, a relationship is made up of 2 people.
Now, does it even have to be public? So you can just talk to those people you are now in that platform with, you know, on the side one be, hey, you do really end up chini. But of course, it's also a profit opportunity for people.
Yeah.
You know, any clout is good clout
It's
according
good
to some
clout,
people.
yeah. But I think also just think about the other people who are involved in the relationship apart from you two, you know, which is one of my points, which I'll get to. But I think in the moment, because you're hurt, you feel like this drama, this back and forth, throwing of words, doing YouTube videos, doing, you know, and I know YouTube videos maybe it's for celebs, but I know even small scale breakups, but they're on WhatsApp, subliminals, some women, some men, and talk about your ex. Like in the moment, because of the heart, it makes sense. But I don't think it's
Long-term,
actually
it
helping
won't.
you long term, and even just in terms of moving from the whole situation. Yeah. So
Hapo
and
nimekubali.
people are laughing at you when you're posting those things. Usidhani ati watu wanako nini. Even some of your friends will just be like, venye anaringa na huyu demu wake. You know, maybe they even with that girl after the breakup wanakuchekelea.
Of course.
So
there's always those people.
take your L with ease.
Take your L with ease. Maybe that's the title of this episode.
But maybe it's not an L, maybe it's a win. Anyway.
My etiquette number 1, no contact. Because there's no reason why you are prolonging the breakup process. I feel, especially if you've been with someone for a really long time and then you break up and still maintain contact, moving on will not be easy. And even as you move to your next relationship, what are you telling this person you're talking to your ex about? What are you even conversing about even without that next relationship? I know a lot of people are in the school of thought that you can still be friends with your exes. You know, it just doesn't mean it was a bad relationship. Hamko patana too, and it needed to end. Sawa, but to me,
Cut.
it needs to end. Like
Cut the ties.
any person that, for me, I think any person I've ever had history with, 98%, I'm just giving the 2% for contingencies. We are not talking because what are we discussing? Like, okay, I think it just helps even in the move on process. So for me, ex-etiquette.
I feel like, okay, even me, because me, I'm talking about ex-situationships, we don't talk, you get, but if we see each other, like we're casual. It's not we won't
not like
say
on a
hi or
hatred,
I'll feel some type of way maybe if you're on the same table. I think, but it depends, of course, how things ended, how the person treated you. You know, some other rows you just forever just block that person in life.
Yeah.
But I think what you're saying, especially when you've just broken up, mnaongea nini?
Like, we're just doing this, we're just doing
friends.
that.
Friends,
then
no.
they get someone else. Now you're upset that this person is doing this na uko single. Changamka.
Facts.
Yeah. You can tell you,
we're
not in a relationship.
But you're not my girlfriend.
You're not my girlfriend.
Yeah. But then it becomes very messy because you find some people now, yes, you've broken up, you're still talking, you're still doing some boyfriend things, maybe you're sleeping with each other. Yeah. And then now, as you said, someone gets a girlfriend. So it becomes a love triangle. But really,
I personally would not date someone who's still, especially freshly out of a relationship and still in communication with the ex. You'll even just notice, like it just, especially if they've been together for a long time and they're still in contact. For me, it feels you're in for something
it's a ticking
messy.
Time bomb. Before you know it,
when the utaleftiwa.
Haibo.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice point. And in relation to that, even like our videographer said, like no closure. You're still trying to figure things out. You're still hoping, maybe maybe let me see. Especially if you're the one who has been broken up.
I just want some closure. We just want to go talk and see where things went wrong. You don't need it. The closure,
and I feel like the closure should be when you're breaking up.
Within yourself. The closure that closure you're looking for, you can only find it within you.
No, I feel like that closure people look for.
You do it on the breakup day.
The breakup day, discuss everything. Hakuna kusasa kurudiana after that conversation because it's a conversation that needs to happen.
I'll give people a 1 week pass. After that,
jipe
shughuli. Be okay with the way things have ended. Yeah. My next etiquette is, here we discussed. You and this guy used to go to this specific place for dinner every month or something. I don't know where I'm still trying to figure out where the etiquette is, but should you be going to that place they introduced you to?
No. That was the key part. Me, if I introduced you somewhere, jipe shughuli. Nisikone karura. Nisiwai kukuona iyo karura. Yote.
And the same time we used to go, ndio bado nampata hapo.
I don't care if it's another time. I see you've posted online, Karura walks. Can you walk somewhere else?
Can you go Arboretum?
Go Ngong Forest. Go somewhere else. Yeah. At least for 5 years.
I'm 50-50. Especially now
church.
For me, it's like...
Once a church with your new girlfriend.
Oh my God. That's so true.
Yeah. It's
for me, I think it's... I'm a Gondwana girl. So I've been going for Gondwana.
Acha yo Gondwana.
Now... Now I've converted this person into a Gondwana boy.
Anza Aduma.
And I think that's my biggest thing. Like every month seeing this person, that you'll just feel like, why are you here? Sorry.
But if you see, I may insist, it's unfortunate, but me nitajitoa kwa hiyo scene honestly, and as much as, because at the end of the day,
you don't think you should be seeing your ex as often like
if
that?
I feel like it's affecting me and this person has this past 3 months amekuja Gondwana zote, I'll take it responsibility upon myself to just imagine he probably doesn't care, so let me just take that responsibility and let me go. Let me
attack it for that jealousy.
Of course, there's a stage I'll be petty, but maybe now when I'm like seriously, I need to move on.
Like,
We need to talk about rebounds also. On that point,
no rebound.
Rebounds. Be very careful when you're getting rebounds, because I think it's unfair to put people into situations when you're not healed. Also, because as you said, someone comes, they tell you, oh, I'm interested in you. Then you find out now they're talking to their ex, and but you're just there
you're
for
together because you're trauma bonding
Mm-hmm.
with this person, because even them they've, I don't know, recently broken up. Now you're both just trauma bonding together. I mean, there are instances where it works and you're fresh out of a relationship, fresh into a new one. People say that women break up with the person before the actual breakup. So by that time you're already plan B marinate. But
sometimes labda wedding, you think he's going to propose. Kumbe.
Yeah. So I think we're just emphatic about no contact most of the time.
Yeah, no contact. And also I think just taking time to heal. I feel like sometimes that, because you see anger is also energy. So you want to be out there. You want to be back in the scene, back in the streets. You end up kissing so many other frogs in that whole process and being so messy, but it doesn't solve the hurt and the pain.
What does?
Time, healing, self.
You don't think getting under someone else can help you heal?
Dua Lipa said it does. I don't know. Does it? No, I feel like it's superficial. Yes, it will. You will feel, but on a superficial level. I don't think it's on a deep level.
Do you think breakups women hurt more than men?
Yeah. No, women. No. I think men. I think women have better support systems that help get through the hurt. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like women can always have a cry, can always laugh, even of the stories, like laugh at themselves at some point.
Men will take that trauma to the next 4 relationships before he decides to move on.
Yeah, men sort of have to still hold, like, appear strong, appear like, and... ijaniuma, but deep down, you're just human. Yeah, so I think women, we're more expressive, we're more open with our emotions.
That thing I'll talk to about 50 people
you will text that guy why? But you see that's still releasing it. Yeah, it's still releasing it. So.
Yeah, I think that's even how I solve my problems in general. Everybody must know around me. By the time I'm telling my 10th person, I've healed. Hatunachoka na hiyo story pia wewe. So yeah. Okay. What is my last etiquette? Delete their photos from your phone and your social media. Again, the story, we didn't end badly, but we're still friends, we're still cordial, so I'm keeping the news. You archive.
I'd tell someone maybe archive. Like on IG, if you're trying to get more prospects.
Would you tell your person that you've archived?
No.
What if they find? Do you think you'd be offended if you found that your man has archived?
Okay, let me tell you. Archive, and I'd be. Yeah, I take back my words. I feel like archive is like there's hopes for things to go back to normal. There's hopes for... But
you just want to hold on to the memories.
You want to... What are you holding on to? Okay, I've changed. I've done a whole 180.
You've switched up. Watu nakuangalia hapa like...
No. Yeah. I think it depends. After a certain time, you make up your mind. Like, I think when it's fresh off, yes, you can archive, you can, But when you've moved on and you've committed to someone, I think you should be fully present. I feel like you shouldn't have attachments to... Yeah, because I still feel like archiving and is still holding on to that experience when it's a past experience. Yeah. I think even with numbers or emojis, you can't still have the love heart of that person's number and you're like at the... Or their nickname, Winnie Pooh,
I forgot
Sweetie Heart.
I forgot to change the Snapchat because I barely opened that app.
You see?
I forgot to change Snapchat names. The notification that came in.
From Sweetheart. I'm Zari.
I couldn't even explain myself.
Yeah. Like, genuinely.
Because we were using my phone. Then we just see, Nani has texted you. Hey! Yeah,
Karibu drama.
Watch out. That's a story for another day, honey.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's if I came across that, I'd feel like, okay, so are you half in, half out? What's exactly where you
What if I
at?
just forgot to delete? Would you do you intentionally have to set time? I need to delete this person.
I know people generally forget. Me personally, I think I delete texts, I delete Instagram chats, I delete. Yeah, and of course there's some things maybe I deleted sooner, and others I took time with it. I sat with it a bit. But when I let go, I let go, you know, and I was like, okay, that was a chapter, it's closed. Yeah.
Okay, you guys can tell us more about ex-etiquettes that we should be having.
Oh, sorry guys, I had a point.
Oh, you have another point.
Yeah, it's a short point. It's about mutual friends. I feel like when you start dating, you start making your friends become each other's friends.
What do you do in that situation?
And when the breakups happen, people choose sides. There are people who decide, me siko kwa side, but still get involved. So I think you just have to move with a lot of maturity. You have to be careful how you speak about the other person.
Do you expect your friends to stop being friends with your ex? Now, Nini, consult your biases and your... Well, you've been told here sometimes you have double standards. So
I just feel like there's never a straight answer.
I think I expect my friends to stop being friends with this person. But now if they became really close, especially my boys, is like I...
Okay, I think that boys is different. Of course, girls, it's a no question.
What are you discussing?
Yeah. Especially if you are close friends. You know, there are those ones, not acquaintances, but like really, I don't consider you, whatever you do with your life, really. Sour, I'd be like, whatever, but yeah.
What?
That's why I really don't care what you do.
Like how if you knew of this person because he was my man,
then that's
and you're no longer okay. You can say hi, maybe laugh here,
but
there,
not at intentionally.
Oh yeah, let me get your number. Plans, come on, ship up,
style up.
So yeah, maybe I think
I think that's friendships.
Boys is 50-50,
and maybe just even the information that you spread within your friend groups about the breakup. Because
now they'll ask you, how is Nani? What is he doing? Oh, he has a new girl. Oh, what's going on? So breeding ground from Shene. So I think just separating the friendships and not telling each other about what's
base the friendship of something else rather than just the relationship. I assume maybe you bonded over other things. Yeah.
Okay. Well, those are some of our ex-etiquette tips. As I was saying, you can let us know about yours that you think that people should be following and how to manage relationships with your exes. And
but all in all, it's never straight. Yeah. Okay.
Hakuna formula.
These two shall pass. Lakini kwa machua. Kwa mature. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as well as the catch up that we had at the beginning. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Check us out on Instagram because we're back with a hot campaign.
Motto, enjoyment. You know, those are the things you guys like. So
support us on there as well.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys in the next week where I think we'll be having another guest, will we? Fingers crossed.
See you guys.